So let me tell you about the daily life of a couple who doesn't talk to each other. It's like living in a silent movie, except there's no music to make it more interesting. We communicate through grunts, gestures, and the occasional eye roll. It's like we're playing a never-ending game of charades, except we're not having any fun. Mornings are the worst. We stumble around the kitchen, making coffee and breakfast without saying a word. It's like we're two zombies trying to coexist in the same space. I'll never forget the time I accidentally put salt in my coffee instead of sugar. My wife just looked at me and shook her head. I guess that was her way of saying, "You're an idiot." We have our own little routines that we follow, like robots programmed to avoid any meaningful interaction. I go to work, she stays home. I come home, she's still there. It's like Groundhog Day, except there's no Bill Murray to make it entertaining. We eat dinner in silence, watching TV or scrolling through our phones. Sometimes I wonder if we're even married anymore, or if we're just roommates who happen to share a bed. But despite our lack of communication, there are moments of levity. Like the time I tried to surprise my wife with a romantic dinner and accidentally set the kitchen on fire. She didn't say a word, just grabbed the fire extinguisher and put out the flames. I guess that was her way of saying, "You're an idiot, but I still love you." And then there are the times when we try to communicate without words, like when I tried to mime that I wanted to go out for pizza and she thought I was asking for a foot massage. It's like we're speaking different languages, even though we're both fluent in silence. I often wonder what our neighbors think of us. Do they hear our grunts and sighs through the thin walls and wonder if we're secretly plotting each other's demise? Or do they just assume we're a couple of introverts who prefer to keep to ourselves? I guess it doesn't really matter. We're in our own little bubble of non-communication, and we're perfectly content to stay there. But sometimes, in the quiet moments before we fall asleep, I wonder if things could be different. If we could break out of our silent routine and actually talk to each other, would we discover that we have nothing in common, or that we're actually soulmates who have been missing out on a deeper connection? I guess we'll never know. We're stuck in our silent world, where words are as rare as a unicorn sighting. So, that's the daily life of a couple who doesn't talk to each other. It's a strange existence, filled with awkward silences and missed opportunities for connection. But hey, at least we have each other, even if we can't find the words to say it.